Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go.
Fred must go. Fred must go.
Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go.
Fred must go.
Fred must go.
Fred must go.
Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go.
Fred must go. Fred must go.
Fred must go. Fred must go.
Fred ODOGBO, our son, is said to a small God that we've been worshiping over 2 years, more than 2 years now. This auto switch has been there, and we've met him several times. We've written a lot of letter concerning this, which he has, proved difficult to approach. Now, the hoodlums, they now use that. They know when it's going to take light. Some in my own CDA, more than 5 people were shot. The case is in Menor Police Station.
It's as if this Mr. Fred is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, because there is no one that can go to him, talk to him, advise him. He will not listen to you. He's just ruling as if he has been appointed or elected to be in an office, not even knowing that he's serving a community.
How will you describe Fred himself? As
He's a devil. I don't have regret of saying that, because anybody that is happy keeping other human being in darkness is a devil. It's a devil incarnate.
One thing they did, they've now put a meter on each transformer. According to NEC regulation, they're supposed to read that meter every month, and when they are reading that meter, a representative of the community is supposed to be there. For how many months now?
Transparency.
Yes, for how many months now they've cancelled that? They are now billing indirectly what the government have refused. That is estimated billing. And when you ask them, they said they get a machine in their office that is doing the calculation.
Press must go. We don't need you again. You must go. We don't need you again. Press must go. Ẹ wo orí wa, àgbàlagbà wa press ń dà wá láàmú. Àwọn àtàjà àgbàlagbà ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ wa ló jẹ́. Ó ń dà wá láàmú. Kò jẹ́ ká sinmi. Kò jẹ́ ká sinmi. Kò ṣàrẹ̀. Kò fún wa nínú wa àfẹ́mọ́. Àfẹ́ pírẹ́gì mọ́. Kí pírẹ́gì máa lọ. Wọ́n fi orí wa, wọ́n fi ń dà wá láàmú. Kó máa lọ.
It's another edition on our continuous investigation on the high-handedness and the bad business relationship between customers of Ikeja Electric and some customers in Ojokoro area of Lagos, especially as regards the hanky-panky, outrageous billing, and a total disrespect to Section 76 of the Power Reform Act. Today we are with the Okpeyemi, Bajomo, Itesiwaju, and other communities. The communities involved are Itesiwaju, Okpeyemi, and Bajomo, and some other communities have come out to react to the business relationship and to the Herculean relationship between them and Ikeja Electric, Abule Taylor undertaking office under leadership of Fred Ogbodo. You are going to hear their stories today, the same story of intellectual abuse, the same story of emotional abuse, the same story of bad business representation. Watch out as we give you the full details. Nice being with you, Your Highness, Chief Dr. J.A. Bajomo. It's a pleasure being with you today. We have come to cover your campaign today against fraudulent billing by Ikeja Electric, Abule Taylor undertaking office, and some other allegations of your community that they've been living in darkness, that the billing has been irregular, and some other things. First and foremost, how? And especially as regard the auto switch, which they say is not favorable to the community, and that they don't enjoy light. The light is always coming per second, and they are not enjoying the regular light. There is no fair deal in their relationship with Ikeja Electric. Baba, can we meet you, sir? And what's your own situation?
The manager, the business manager in charge of electricity, Abule Taylor, has took me as his greatest enemy, because they will cut off the light, they will demand money heavy, which is not relevant to the whole thing. And now 10 minutes ago we have just half light. They will take it off, they will take it on as they like.
We learn that they take it, they give you like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. How true is that, sir?
Yes, it is true. And the man is not ready to listen to anybody.
You mean the Fred Ogbodo?
Fred. I met him, my chiefs and my brothers go there to meet him. He said he have nothing to do with you people.
Just like that?
Just like that. I said you don't have respect for any human being.
No customer relations?
No.
No respect for elder citizens?
Yes.
We also learned that anytime you go to him, he keep you waiting. He does not even talk to you.
He will be listening to others. He said he doesn't want to talk to anybody within Bajomo and other areas. So, and I don't know why he put this thing there.
Okay.
I don't know why.
It's auto switch.
Auto switch.
What is the politics behind the auto switch? We learned that
auto switch is just to embarrass the people in this area, nothing else.
To embarrass them and maybe defraud them.
And then make sure there's no light as they like.
So you are not enjoying the light. There's no fair deal
at all. 10 minutes ago, they brought the lights. And this is where the hoodlums go and hide because they will use it as their venture.
So what is your experience with hoodlums? Because we learned that since the lockdown, the 1 million boys, Awawa, and some other criminals have really attacked your community. Will you say it's as a result of this darkness that Fred has put you people?
It's darkness that brought them, because they know they can hide anywhere there is no light.
And what was the casualties? Have you recorded casualties, people that were attacked?
No, we don't have casualties because we too are very vigilant about all these things. Yes.
Now, so how will you describe Fred in terms of business relationship?
I thought he's untrained somebody
For the job?
Yes, he's not fit for that job.
And what do you want government to do to Ikeja Electric, especially?
Fred will be the first person he should be transferred. That is one. Number two, the Ikeja Electric should be rebuilt.
Reformed. Should be reformed.
Should be reformed. If they want to do good business.
We learned that they also bring outrageous billing. Can you give us?
Yes, it is true. I'm involved. Before I got prepaid meter.
How much were they bringing to your flat?
178,000. I don't know whether.
178,000.
I have
a bakery factory.
I don't know.
You don't run a factory.
I don't.
A private residence.
I don't have anything.
Is it 3-bedroom flat or 2-bedroom?
No, a bungalow.
And they are bringing
178,000. It should go away.
Per month?
It's not per month.
I can't believe this, sir.
Yes, I have the bill. If I know you people are coming today, I will have gathered a lot of bill for you to experience it.
And your light is 33, Abi?
33.
And they bring 178,000. Fat. So what advice do you have for President Buhari?
The government is trying and very good, but all these bills makes people think otherwise about the government.
They've given the government bad reputation.
Bad name.
That's the government of President Buhari.
Yes.
Total honor, sir. We are happy to be in your community today, though we are not unhappy because of the challenge of Okwemi CDA, Itesiwaju community, and Bajomo, and some other community. What is the situation of light here? We learned that your community is under pressure, that armed robbers have been attacking you because Ikeja Electric put you under darkness. Can you tell us your story, sir, and your name, sir?
Yes, my name is John Yakubu, the CDA for Itesiwaju CDA. Fred ODOGBO has turned himself to a small god that we've been worshipping over 2 years. More than 2 years now. This auto switch has been there, and we've met him several times. We've written a lot of letters concerning this, which he has, proved difficult to approach. Now, the hoodlums, they now use that. They know when it's going to take light. Some in my own CDA, more than 5 people were shot. The case is in Menor police station. They were
armed robbers?
Yes, they came to a building, and while the other building were trying to, raise alarm, they started shooting at that. More than 6 of them were shot. So with some of them with 10 wounds, 10 guns. We have to go and extract all those things from their body. So we went to him. We've written to this thing, but we are meant to know that he has a backup. And he's solemn. When you go to him, he talks to you as if he owns the whole world. That nobody can, can shake him. So this is the problem we have been going through, and we've been shouting. We've written series of letters to Alausa, to Ponle, but nothing was done.
Nothing came out.
Nothing.
Why do you think that happened?
Because he's having backup. We were told some of the powerful people are behind him, and he will tell you there's nothing we can do. Most of our letters were thrown inside the dustbin. So this thing we are fed up. So it's either they transfer him from here, or the authorities should come here and come and see to our. You can imagine a man, an old man, he's not having even television. He was given a bill of 81,000.
81,000.
I went to Fred myself.
Sure.
We have everything. So the problem now that those giving 24 hours, they are not better than us. He's giving us the same billing, because I was able to compare and contract, and now see we are giving the same billing. At times it will take light maybe around 1 a.m. So yes, so it is then those boys will now come in. They will come into our community, start embarrassing people. All those things. We told them all this, but he don't want to listen to anybody.
How does he treat you when you go there?
When we do that, he said that there's something he can do. Is the power that be. So after much peeling, they're this thing. And the greatest problem is that part of those people that give us this problem, some of the heavy users, he now went back after isolating us, all of us. He was collecting money from them, connecting them 24 hours. So we now see that because we didn't have people that can talk on our behalf in the other community, they resist him, and up to now he could not do anything there. So more than 2 years now we'll be on it. So that's the problem we'll be facing.
To me, your light condition has been very poor.
Very poor.
And the bill has been increased.
We can't sleep with our this. Although the small scale businesses, they've all run away from the community.
Died.
Yes, and it's still giving us a thing. So the problem now, a lot of people, what we are facing now, a lot of people had prepaid meter now. But we sit down for our billing are going up because he was given a target. They always work on that target. That's why I say 70% of our people are having prepaid now. So he was still working, and you can imagine I was using 3-bedroom flat. They used to give me 15. The last billing was 27,000.
27.
Yes. March I was giving 54,000 in a 3-bedroom flat.
You didn't complain?
I went to him. So when they come, they said you must pay the outstanding before 30% of outstanding before even your current bill. So that's the problem we'll be having.
When he disconnects your light, does he give you a note to inform you, or you just disconnect?
They just come and disconnect. It doesn't bother. No human regard. A lot of manager work before him. If they want to do anything, they call out the CDA, the official. We dialogue together. There was a day I went out with the staff. I collected 430,000 on their behalf. I talked to my people, pay your bill.
Persuaded them?
Yes, we collected 400. That was when Dosumu was there. Comrade BC was here. We had a meeting with them. We talked to our people. They should pay their bill. But his son, since he has arrived, we never had a single meeting with him. So that's the problem we're facing.
What kind of a problem is that? You have not had a single meeting. Does it mean he's bigger than all of you, or you are a slave? Customer is king. Are you slave to him?
That's the way he sees. No regard for human being as far as he's concerned. So that's the problem we're having with him. And so right now, our people we are fed up. So that we don't take law into our hand. That's why we are calling on the authority that is in charge. They should come to our aid. They should come and see things themselves. We are not just. It's not just a mere this thing. They should come and see things and compare those who are giving 24 hours. It's not that the light is there. But he brought one useless machine here to be regulating us. So that's the problem we are having.
So the machine automatically regulates?
Yes, yeah. They use laptop. They be in their office. They set it. Maybe we work for 5 hours. They on it. This time now we don't have it in the night. He will take it in the night. They still came to rob us 3 days ago within the community. They went to a church. They park all their instrument here within the community. So how do we see that? So that's the problem we are facing. So
we also hear that they use police to harass people. As it how true is that?
Anytime he's going out, he go with police because he know what.
Armed police?
Yes, with guns.
Who funds that?
I don't know whether it's him. I don't know what is that. He's always go with police because he was saying that maybe the problem was because the youth will not agree with him. So he has been doing that. We want him. You can't be doing this. Live bullet, not even tear gas, not smoke. So this is the thing we'll be facing. And all the several efforts. Me personally, I went to him several times, time without number. We've written so many letters, but without we just feel whatever I want to do, he do it.
In the last 2 years?
Yes, for more than 2 years. More than 2 years. It was January 2018 we'll be on it. So can you see the problem? So we just want what.
Are you contemplating writing a petition to the Nigerian Electric Regulation Commission and the presidency? What do you want them to do?
We want them to come to our aid. We want our light back, the 24 hours. If anybody is showing you, deal with that person. A lot of people we have more than in my own community. We have up to 7 transformer. Private we have about 4. Our own we have 2 on our own. So if anybody is showing you, why not deal with that person? Those who are having prepaid, it shovel them the same problem. So they don't have like. Is it normal? Can you do that in a developed country?
No, sir.
So it's not possible. So when somebody has paid for, you pay as you go. So he wants to pay for what he's using. So, but
we also learn that when his boys come and they have altercation with people, they just do group disconnection, they disconnect of you.
yes, the problem is that even the boys are not helping matter. They comes is the money they want to collect 2,000. When you want to pay, that I have to intervene. One of my people in my community, one person want to pay. They say after the money he pay, they have to deduct 2,000 that is their own. They want to take money. Can you imagine such?
Bribe?
Yes. Say because the line was never disconnected though. They want to pay. They say it's supposed to come and pay in the office. So these are the things we'll be going through. So we want the government to come to our aid now before it is too late.
It's nice meeting you. We are in your community today, and we saw the pain in the heart of the people. We've had a lot of armed robbery situation in your community as a result of blackout by Ikeja Electric company under one Mr. Fred ODOGBO in this community. So what is your experience like, and what's your name, and how have you been managing this bad situation, sir?
Thank you. My name is Dr. Pastor Dele Ashaju. I was the vice chairman of both community before they were divided into two. And by the grace of God, the immediate past chairman of Christian Association of Nigeria, Agbado Okiodo. You see, the situation we have been in now for the past a year or so now has been so tremendous that we cannot even explain it. It's as if this Mr. Fred is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, because there is no one that can go to him, talk to him, advise him. He will not listen to you. He's just ruling as if he has been appointed or elected to be in an office, not even knowing that he's serving a community. He's been there to serve our interests. What we have been experiencing since he came, at least everybody knows in Lagos that our transformer, our own light, was the best in Lagos State before this time around. It's as if they just imported him to come and destroy everything that is going on here. And that Mr. Fred, you know, he made so much money from this community than any other community. You can imagine a simple house, a small house of a room or 1.5 rooms. Now will be paying about 200,000 naira per month, and when you go to him, he will not listen to you. This has been his character. In my own community too, which is Bajoma, by the grace of God, we donated a transformer. He asked us to go and pay for those who are indebted to them. We paid this money. Since then, over 3 months now, he has not been coming here to come and install the transformer. He will be telling us, hiding under this lockdown. We even called him sometimes ago now. Everybody that called him, he will be insulting them. So we do not know what to do. It's as if there are certain power that is backing him up. And I even be boasting, saying nobody and no power can remove him.
He used to say that to you?
Yes, he said it openly. He will tell you, I'm here to teach you a lesson, and there is no power that can remove me from here.
Are you sure, sir?
That is exactly what
I'm shocked. I'm shocked, sir.
He normally says that, and that is exactly what
investigation revealed that.
That is what we are demanding now. Either the transformer come or it doesn't come. We don't want Fred here again, except if he is in control of Nigeria. The moment he's not in control of Nigeria or this state, he must be removed, because he cannot be more powerful than we are. He is to serve the community, is to serve the people, but the people you are serving now, you are oppressing them.
I want to ask you, in the business law, customer is king, but it appears that you people are slaves. Are you slaves?
We are according to Fred, we are slaves serving him, and until we meet up with his condition, it will not satisfy us. That is what he has said. So we are now appealing to the federal government of Nigeria through the president and even our state governor to please look down on this matter and take quick action so that this community will be happy. We have not been known for violence. We have always been known for peace, even in this community.
Ojoko area.
Yes, sir, Ojoko area here. We have been so peaceful. That's why the fact that we are so we are so backward in terms of infrastructure. But notwithstanding, we as peaceful members of this community, we want to plead to them that they should please, once and for all, intervene in this matter so that it will not escalate.
Sir, I want to ask you about the outrageous billings. How did they give you information on this bill, or they just bring it, and what is the justification? Yeah, do you people run factory, maybe bread factory, or you run a bakery or a brewery, that your billings are so outrageous?
The factory we have here, the best factory we have here, I think is this one we are seeing, the Qualitex, and they have their own transformer. So we are not having anything.
So these are private residences.
Private residency.
Such outrageous.
Yes, that is it.
And when you complain, what happens?
He will not even listen to you, and he will increase the bill again and bring it. And until when you pay, you cannot have light. These are the problem.
To go and pay anyhow.
You just have to pay. If you don't pay, Fred will not listen. Even when you pay, you find it difficult for you to be reconnect together. Here now we have not been having light.
So there's no total customer relation. Everything is poor.
Nothing of such. We have masters and slaves relationship here. It's as if we are under them, serving them, and until we meet their condition, we are not going to enjoy anything.
I want to ask you this question. So from our investigation, we learned that maybe he's under target. Do you think he's under target? And
according to him, he said they have given him certain targets to meet up. So he is the one that can explain that every month he must meet a particular target. Unless that, we will not have light. And that is what he has been doing. Please, we are pleading with the federal government of Nigeria and the state governor to please intervene quickly. These things are getting out of hand. We are so patient, but if nothing is done, people will be forced to take action to their hands, which we don't want to do.
Now, I want to ask you one question. Will you recall the armed robbery incidents in your community? Have you affected? Because I've spoken to people at Teswaju and Okwayemi. So what happened in your own community?
You see, in our own community, to the glory of God, severally we've been having what we call the armed robbery. It has been happening just because there is no light, and we agree together as a community to employ some security people, and they are serving us because they are also members of the community. It's not because we are paying them fully, but because they are members of the community. So we have been having this problem of robbery because there has been no light, and until when the light comes, we cannot do away with all this.
Immediately he takes the light, robbers are moving
every time, every day and night now, because there is no light. They are hiding under the fact that we don't have any transformer. You see, we don't. I think my brother will even further to explain that.
Yeah, my name is Victor Oyedele.
God bless you so much, sir.
Yes, I'm from Bajomo, CDA. About a year ago, we bought this transformer and donated to NEPA. We were given warranty of
Ikeja Electric.
Yes, we are given warranty of a year on the transformer when we really bought it. They failed to install the transformer until the warranty expired. Now, when we install the transformer, we pay for everything. The installation materials, we bought it. When they were installed to install the transformer got fault. The faulty transformer cannot be replaced or returned back to where we bought it, because the warranty has expired. Then the same Fred also were not ready to replace it. They asked us to pay again. We had to pay another money to them for them to non-refundable. They have to take the transformer away and ask us to pay 1 plus 1.
What's the meaning of that?
1 plus 1 is one old NEPA bill and the fresh one before you can be addressed. Your issue can be addressed. We pay that. Even some members of their community who have no money to pay, we went out to borrow money and pay on their behalf. Yes.
As far as that, you even went out of your comfort.
Yes, to pay on behalf of other members of the community. The 1 plus 1. We pay 1.5 million. To them, still the transformer has not been installed.
That's for this Ikeja Electric.
Yes.
At Abule Taylor.
They are with the transformer. The new transformer that they carried away from our community is still with them. They didn't bring the transformer back. They never installed us. We are in darkness. How will that not happen? The damn robbery is everywhere here, and Fred is feeding fat on us.
How will you describe Fred himself? As
a devil. I don't have regret of saying that, because anybody that is happy keeping other human being in darkness is a devil. It's a devil incarnate.
We learned that he talks to you anyhow. Have you met him, and how do you see him whenever you see him?
Personally, I've not met Fred, but I've been part of the entourage that went to Fred. He will keep us hours outside without being addressed.
2 hours.
Lucky 3 hours. Yes. He won't even listen to us. He will talk to you as if he owns everybody. Fred is not a listening civil servant, because he's been paid from what we pay to NEPA. Ikeja Electric. So, Fred, we don't want Fred. Even our neighbor community that are using the light, their own side are timed. So they are timed. We are in darkness. Some other people they are using a timed electricity. So how can we enjoy life? Even the lockdown now for 6 weeks, he has been promising us that he will bring the transformer today, bring the transformer tomorrow. He never surfaced with the transformer.
In fact, we learned last week that
we donated.
That's one that you donated. You paid
the transformer, yes.
Which is not your own obligation. It's their own obligation.
It's own obligation, and we pay for the equipment, for all the accessories to install it.
What about the obnoxious regime of billings?
Very, very atrocious. There's no 3-bedroom flat that pays less than 30,000 naira every month. This community. We have
how many hours light?
For less than 6 hours in a day. 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira for less than 6 hours in a day.
I'm embarrassed, sir.
Yes, everyone has to be embarrassed. That's why we are here. We are only asking our people not to protest more than we don't want violent protests. We thank God that God has made people like you to come to our assistance. If not, we want to go straight to their office to tell him that we all own Nigeria. Nigeria is not only meant for Fred. That's why we want Fred to leave that office.
What message do you think you have for President Muhammadu Buhari on this matter? Because these are private discourse company. They say they are private investor. And I learned that Fred told one of your leaders that Buhari does not pay him his salary. So he has to make money for Ikeja Electric. But what do you want the president to do? And especially Nigerian Electric Regulation Commission.
Privatization to this type of Fred group is zero. It can't help matters. So people like Ikeja Electric, they should revoke their contract and give it to those who can run it effectively. They are not good investors. And investors should know when the clients want more assistance and come to their aid. But these Ikeja Electrics, they are driving away clients, they are driving away the consumers. How would they make money? They are making illegal money on us. Because they are making us to pay for bills not be used. They are billing us outrageously for electricity that we don't use. So President Buhari should make sure that people like Ikeja Electric, the investor behind Ikeja Electric, should be sacked.
It should be penalized.
Punishment this time around will not be the issue. They should ask for other investors that can do better.
Last year, the speaker now, Bajabiya Miller, said estimated billing is a fraud and it should be stopped. Do you support the honorary speaker, Femi Baja?
100%, I support him. But has anything done? Has anything been done since then? They are just saying it over there. Let them come and do it. Let the masses see that they are walking the talk.
There's a result.
Yes, we want the result. It's not a matter of making the pronouncement there and nothing comes out of it. So what we want is that we want Fred to go and want improvement on our electricity. We don't want this timing billing. Fred to go. Yes, but before going, we want our transformer. We donated it to them.
Also said no to estimated billing.
Yes, exactly. We don't want estimated bill because we have gotten our prepaid. What is the essence of estimated billing when we have prepaid meter? So we don't want Fred. We don't want estimated billing and want our transformer to be installed.
Baba, it's such a very unfortunate situation. Today we saw that your community dropped out, like almost 4 communities, saying that there is no light, there is no improvement in light. The dealing between you and Ikeja Electric, Abule Taylor, is not fair, and that armed robbers have been attacking. What do you have to say?
First of all, I want to introduce myself. This is Alhaji A.R. Bello, chairman for Payemi Agbobanire CDA. You see, the genesis of this issue, most of us keep blaming Frederick must go, but they forget that it is the policy of Ikeja Electric management that Frederick is pursuing. Even Mr. Okoye, who is the business manager, who is the boss of Frederick, cannot pretend not to know the way Frederick is operating. Now, since he became the manager for this area, they have been building houses 85,000, 75,000 per month.
What?
How do they expect
85,000
and 75,000 per month? There is a red
bungalows.
Even houses with resident people, 8 or 10 people, and yet they didn't do anything. So the management cannot pretend not to know what is going on. Now,
sir,
when you have a management that gives each of our managers an amount of money to make sure they bring per month, and they don't care how their manager goes about getting that money. See, this is what normally happens. Target. God bless you.
Wrongful target.
Well, whether to them it's not wrongful. As far as they are concerned, they want to make money, and they're in business. And nobody stop them making money, but provided they make their performance to justify what they are collecting, which is not the case. Now, secondly, NEC is an embarrassment.
That is Nigerian Electric Regulation Commission.
It's an embarrassment.
What do you mean, sir?
Well, none of the NEC rulings that the Ikeja Electric ever, attended to, and yet NEC can't do anything about it. They cannot be sanctioned. You see, when Alaye was the head of the general CDC, this issue we have been fighting for long, and along the line, we have about 11 transformers under Abule Taylor. And under that 11, within a certain period of time, 7 of them have been tampered with by armed robbers. I will say armed robbers, since we don't know who they are, whether they are members of Ikeja Electric, not we just know. And at the end of the day, Ikeja Electric now have to tell them, Fred have to tell them to pay money before they can really fix those things up. Knowing fully well the extent of security and safety, and he has decided to put us in the darkness. Since he came, we never have this bad.
You mean this Fred himself?
Yes, since he came, we never had this bad.
Fred Ugodo.
Yes. Comrade was here, Dosumu was here, a lot of other managers have been here. We didn't have this problem. Now, one thing they did, they've now put a meter on each transformer. According to NEC regulation, they're supposed to read that meter every month, and when they are reading that meter, a representative of the community supposed to be there. For how many months now?
Transparency.
Yes, for how many months now they've cancelled that? They are now billing indirectly what the government have refused. That is estimated billing. And when you ask them, they said they get a machine in their office that is doing the calculation. Well, what is the essence of the NEC ruling when it says that you are supposed to go and read that thing every month, and a representative of the community should be there?
So no transparency.
No, since for how many months now they've stopped that?
They should have in fraud.
That's right, and then they have been billing us all along. So to me, as far as I'm concerned, the problem is not just Fred alone. It is the management of Ikeja Electric that Fred is playing to, and they can't pretend not to know. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, it's not experienced enough or matured enough to be in that position.
You met him before, and how did you?
He knows. When he says my name, he knows me very well. Not him. We've helped him.
Talk to you anyhow.
We've helped him. He came to our area when he complained about commercial losses and financial losses. We told him that those who are using the power that are not paying, we are ready to help him, and we did, and he knows.
Delivered.
Yes, and he did. Now another thing we found out, they have a document, a computer printed document, they call it ESR. That is where they put the list of all their customers and the amount that they are owing. Most of the time when they bring that list out, it's inaccurate, and we have corrected them to make a correction on this list. You can't tell me my neighbor is owing 3.5 million when some of the names that are there are not even existing in that area. But to correct it, they didn't even follow the rule. Up to now, let them bring out their ESR. We will show you how many names and the amount that are, and they are using it to fool the federal government
and defraud people.
That's right. And also they tell government this amount of money is being owed us by social community, and it's false. So money they cannot collect, they put them on that list. So it is not our responsibility. But the thing is, NEC should be disbanded. We don't know, are they working for Nigerians or they are working for the discos? Since Ikeja Electric can't even meet their responsibility, and don't see why they are in existence. So
I think you are right. And if you meet President Muhammadu Buhari one-on-one,
to me, that's what I tell him. Disband the NEC. They are not functioning. They are under the armpit of the discourse. To him, okay, now they say no estimated billing. Now indirectly they are estimating the billing because they don't read the meters anymore. So what is the essence? indirectly, and NEC can't pretend not to know. They don't do anything. So like the man, when he was mentioning Buhari is not feeding, but he forget the federal government subsidized this company that is working for. The customers are paying the company that are paying his salary. Indirectly, yes, but he may not know. But what I'm telling you is that it's not only arrogant, because it's been backed up by some senior management of Ikeja Electric, pure and simple.
Mama, ó yà wá lẹ́nu gidigidi pẹ̀lú nǹkan tá a rí ní àwùjọ yín lénìí pé àwọn èèyàn fi ẹ̀hónú hàn lórí ètò ọ̀rọ̀ iná, pàápàá jùlọ láàrin ẹ̀yin àti àwọn tó ń fún yín níná iléeṣẹ́ Ikeja Electric. Báwo ló ṣe rí? Wọ́n láwọn olè ti bá yín fà á láìmọye ìgbà. Wọ́n lóríṣiríṣi lójú yín ti rí. Kí lẹ fẹ́ sọ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Fred àti Ikeja?
A fẹ́ sọ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Fred ni pé a fẹ́ mọ́. Wọ́n ń fi iná wa dà wá láàmú. Wọ́n á tún gbé bíìlì rẹpẹtẹ wá fún wa 35 plus lọ sókè. 40,000 kò ní gbẹ́jọ́ márùn-ún. Wọ́n máa gbé wọ́n máa náà fẹ́ jáná. Wọ́n máa gbowó lọ́wọ́ wa. Wọ́n ò tún ní fún wa níná lò. Tó bá dòru, a tún nílé sùn. A fẹ́ press mọ́ kó máa lọ kó dáná wa padà fún wa. A fẹ́ mọ́. A fẹ́ press mọ́ kó máa lọ. Press ní àníìdí ẹ mọ́ máa lọ. A fẹ́ press mọ́ kí press máa lọ. Press must go. We don't need you again. You must go. We don't need you again. Press must go. Ẹ wo orí wa, àgbàlagbà ara wa press ń dà wá láàmú. Àwọn ẹ̀ta jẹ́ àgbàlagbà ẹ gbé ọmọ wa ló jẹ́. Ó ń dà wá láàmú. Kò jẹ́ ká sí mi. Kò jẹ́ ká sí mi. Ó ṣàrẹ̀. Kò fún wa nínú wa àfẹ́ mọ́. Àfẹ́ bírèkì mọ́. Kí bírèkì máa lọ. Wọ́n fi orí wa ó fi ń dà wá láàmú. Kó máa lọ. Kí bírèkì máa lọ àfẹ́ mọ́. Sọ mi ò lọ́rọ̀ púpọ̀.
Kí lẹ fẹ́ kí President Buhari ṣe fún yín?
Kí Buhari bá wa gbé pírẹ́sì kúrò, kọ́ dáná wa padà, kọ́ di owó yẹn fún wa, owó yẹn ti pọ̀ jù, wọ́n ń dà wá láàmú.
80,000 that Fred is giving us is too much and we don't see the light. We are paying the amount, the light we are not using. Fred was giving us 80,000, 70,000 naira per month. Yes, yes, at Abade here, Ajala Amadia. That is a month that is giving us.
We don't need you again.
We don't need him again. Fred must go.
Fred, you must go. We don't need you again.
We are too inconvenient with this light. Ní àdúgbò bí a ti wà stress jù lórí iná yìí. Wọ́n fún wa nínú number 1. Number 2 ni bí ìtọ́ máa gbé wá fún wa tó ṣì bá parí láì ní lọ́nà. Since now, nínú ọba ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Tọ́ máa ṣe máa múná wá. Àdèmá tó bá ti di 4 or 3 wọ́n tún múná lọ. Ó tún di 1 o'clock in the midnight. Àdèmá tún lọ títí di to 4 wọ́n tún wọ́n love our light. Please ẹ jọ̀ọ́ wọ́n ní wá lára owó tó ń gbà lọ́wọ́ wa ti pọ̀ jù. Wọ́n jẹ́ pé ká bá rí náà lò ọ̀tọ̀ bá rí náà lò wọ́n ṣe kí lórúkọ ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní Fred ó débi ọwọ́ máa pinnu wa ó pinnu wa bí ẹni pé àwa tá à ń sanwó àtún àmà ní wá lára. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ abẹ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì kó ṣe kí ni gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì.
Tí o bá jẹ́wọ́ obìnrin máa ṣídìí hàn ni.
Bí Buhari ràn wá lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó wá ń di láti kíní kọ́ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ládùúgbò bí ní gbogbo street yìí from Amadia come down to the other street there gbogbo wa nínú bí kò jẹ́ ká gbádùn.
Wọ́n ní ìgbà mi ò tún máa gbé owó pumping machine á ní ẹ̀ tún ti jẹ owó pé iná pumping machine.
Anything ló kàn ṣe wọ́n kàn dé gbé bíìlì tọ́mọ máa gbé bíìlì wá sùn wọ́n lè gbé 60-something wá 40-something wá 30-something wá àdẹ lómi àlóná ẹ̀yìn mọ́chìn.
Pẹ̀lú bí condition yín ṣe wà yìí bí ọmọ ọdún mélòó ní.
Ṣé mi I'm 60 years of age.
61.
I'm above self but I'm 60 years but notwithstanding ó ní kò jẹ́ ká rí akọ ara sometimes wọn máa gbóná ni ká máa ṣe kí ló pẹ́.
Ó lè tún dà yín láàmú.
Too much wọ́n wá fọ́ ọgbà àdúgbò ni wọ́n wá fọ́ ọgbà àdúgbò tó bá ti dòru tó bá ti di 12 báyẹn ẹ máa dúró tó máa já ọgbọ́n nílé wa kiri ládùúgbò. Ẹ jọba sọ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì làwa tó lè ránṣẹ́ sọ́ọ̀sì kọ́ lè bá wa dá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Èèyàn kan péré ó wá ń dẹ̀ wá rú àwọn kan ti ṣe ń bì tí wọ́n fún wa nínira wọ́n fún wa stress àlòjù bíìlì 8,000 naira lọ 8, 7, 6% lo bíìlì yẹn ṣe é dọ́sọ̀ mi better shot now a máa lo bíìlì 30,000 in a month 80 in a month 40,000.
Ẹ ń ṣe búrẹ́dì inú lẹ́yìn ni àbí ẹ ń ṣe factory ẹ ń ràn ní bíúrì bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
No sir àárọ̀ anything ordinary house ni táwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ń gbé kíláwí yàrá bí mẹ́rin wọ́n máa gbé like 40,000 wa wọ́n máa gbé 40-30 bóyá máa gbé wá nìyẹn lọ́ba ta ni ó ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ ta ni ṣé mi tí irú ẹ̀mí tí mo dúró yìí sìn mo ò mọ rí I don't know him ìjọ tí mo ní kọ́ yẹ kí jẹ́ mo ń tẹ́ ń pè ní Fred yìí wọ́n ní ta ni jẹ́ lè rí ni àwọn tó jẹ́ kínní and àwọn dọ́dà boy tó ń bá iṣẹ́ gangan àwọn kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ Michael wọ́n kọ́ máa àwọn ẹ̀ máa gbẹ díẹ̀ I won't tell you lie too much
wọ́n ní jẹ́ wọ́n bá fún ọ ní price of 3,000 wọ́n máa jẹ́ ní ìdànù ni.
bẹ́sẹ̀ wo wọn lè ṣeré in their life because asọ́pá ní ẹbí tó ń ṣe nípa but a máa sọ mọ́ ẹbí wa pé nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe yìí ẹ má wà má yàbí ẹgbẹ́ pé lórúkọ o ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ bàbá yín lẹ̀ ń ṣe o ẹ má gbà pé àwọn kan ti ṣe before you o kẹ́yìn náà dẹ̀ mọ̀ ọ́n rántí pé ẹ máa kó ń bẹ̀ ǹjọ́ kan bẹ̀ tẹ́ bá máa kó ń bẹ̀ kó yẹ pé káfíà ìsọ̀ kó ń bẹ̀ àwọn kan ti ṣe ládùúgbò ìjú bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ kí ni ó hẹ́ndì wọn.
ó fi èpè kúrò mẹ́.
ìwọ́n kó
dèrèdè ló gbẹ eré bùkọ́.
dáadáa ló bá wọn kiri náà ṣàdásán.
so kí ni àdúrà tẹ gbà fún Fred pẹ̀lú ìwà tó ń wù yìí.
àdúrà wo lè fẹ́ gbà fún Fred yẹn.
ẹ fẹ́ súre fún ni sá.
erékẹ ẹ wo ó sọ àdúgbò wa dòkùnkùn o lè ń jà wá ní àdúgbò wọn jẹ ká ní sinmi wọn mọ mi ẹ wo ẹ yà mí jẹ káwọn náà máa rí mi ní picture pé bàbá yìí I'm standing pé torí pé kí ni wọn ní wá lára they stress us too much wọn jẹ ká gbádùn ládùúgbò mọ́ nepa just nepa human being like us sir ẹ wo ìdájọ́ tó tọ́ sí wọn Ọlọ́run àwọn tó jọ òun lọ ṣe fún ó gbàdájọ́ ẹ kò lọ lófo.
Yeah, good day. Yeah, it's quite a pity that this guy we are talking about.
Fred ODOGBO.
Yeah, he's so insensitive, and to my mind, I think it's more of wickedness. Cause fine, I wasn't there when he said it, but I heard it, and I want to believe it because of the people that said it. That there was a time he boasted that he was going to, frustrate most of the small-scale business owners within the community, which he has actually done.
Achieved.
Yeah, he has actually done that. He has frustrated lots of them. Initially, we had people doing ice block making people, welders, nylon and what have you. If you go into the community now, you can only find 10 of them. He has, he said he was going to frustrate them, and he actually did it. And I want to believe something. If it is not wickedness, you should know these people, they have families. They have, the males, they have wives, they have children to cater for. Now that you have driven them out of their businesses, how do you expect them to cope? So he's a very wicked person. And considering the female too, if even they have husbands taking care of them, definitely they need to support the husband. You have driven them out of business. What is it you are trying to do? In any case, this is not an act of omission or mistake or what have you, because he actually boasted he was going to do it. So he planned for it, he set out to do it. For God's sake, what do you gain, or what's your pleasure in making life miserable for a fellow human being? It's very unfair. And another thing I want to believe is possibly that he's power drunk. Maybe he's too young for the post he's occupying. I'm a member of the ESCO in the community. I have had that privilege of meeting about 2 or 3 of his predecessors. They were not like this. These were people that were humane. This auto whatever is not his own idea, but the previous ones, they will call the community leaders. We want to do this, how do we go about it? We chip in our, then of course they weigh the options. But this guy, he just brought this thing without anyone's knowledge. And the terrible thing is this: there's nothing you tell him, he listens to you. That's one.
He tells you off.
He will not even listen. I don't know his kind of person. And the terrible thing again is, he's never logical. It's never logical. It's a different thing when you want to do something and you have your reasons. If your argument could beat mine, I should succumb to a logic, superior. But in this case, nothing like that. You can imagine a case of maybe there was this community. Oh, fine, even in our community, I think there was a time they said his boys came. Maybe someone just, you know, yes, just shakara them. Let me use that word. I will not say threatening. That we use juju, that we tie red something on the pole. The next thing this guy did was to come and, you know, switch off the transformer. For weeks, we went there, we pleaded with him, we talked to him. Do you know the terrible thing? Until you pay, was it 90% of your outstanding bill? For God's sake, how do you match the two together? Do you now use that as a bait? It's never done. He is never logical, he's never reasonable, he's never sensible. He just does these things based on his own personal conviction. And another thing, he keeps shouting about his target. For God's sake, is he the only one that, I mean, is being given target? His predecessors, were they not working with targets too? And if even you want to achieve your target, should it be at someone else's detriment? No. We are not enjoying these facilities. We are not enjoying your services. We are enjoying no good. We even buy the transformer. Yourself. Definitely. We maintain it ourselves. We service it ourselves. Ordinary cutouts, they cannot provide. The terrible thing, when you have faults, you invite them. They won't come. And when they come, you must do something.
Must drop bribe.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Give them bribe. No bribe.
I don't know what name it's called, but I know you must do something. If you don't do when next you call, they won't come. And if
you so nonchalant,
you can imagine.
You don't give it down.
Nothing at all.
No customer care.
And if you want to call an independent person to come and do, they want to harass the person. That why is he climbing? He's not the one to do the job. And you are not ready to do the job. So it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. It's extremely terrible. So I think what Ikeja can do to help and assist us, number one, let this guy be moved away. Let them call with someone much more reasonable, someone much more matured, you know, someone with much intellect. Because the way this guy is going about his business, I don't know. You understand me? No customer relations, no human relations, nothing. Everything about him is just bad.
He should be investigated.
Well, that's left to his management. Because if you say he should be investigated, I am sure for the fact that he's doing their bidding, they might be happy with him. Abi, since they are the ones setting the target and is meeting their target, whichever way, either crookedly or whichever way, they will be happy. So even if you say they should investigate, they might not want to reason along with that. That is one. Then what was it called? NEC itself. I'm so sorry. As a body, NEC is not living up to its billing. Because when you give instructions or orders, or laws or whatever you choose to call it, it should be carried out to the letter. But many times you say they should do this, they'll flout it. No penalties, no sanction, nothing is being done. So they continue with this impunity for the fact that they know that nothing on earth can happen to them. And I think maybe federal government too should try and revisit the issue of this so-called privatization or whatever they call it. Because most of the time people say something that they appear untouchable because the people that own these so-called companies were the people in power, or maybe are in power now, whichever. And I think someone said there was a minister of was it national planning sometime that said okay, to quote him now, he said we fraudulently sold these companies to ourselves. I mean, so you can, so I think the government should revisit this issue. You understand me? I mean, for God's sake, how do you expect people to be paying for what they are not enjoying
or consuming?
Yeah, that's it. Meters, okay. There are some houses with the old analog meter. You refuse to come and capture. You just bring your own bill. Another terrible thing. Okay, maybe a house belonging to Mr. A now. When you want to give him bill, you put Mr. D. When he complains, you start telling him nonsense. Go and bring the receipt with which you purchase the meter. Go and bring this, because I know someone who had similar issue. At the end of the day, he had to write a letter to NEC. When the issue was finally resolved, all they did was they just changed the name from Mr. D to Mr. A, and the balances on that Mr. D's account was now transferred. How do you expect someone to pay that kind of money? And we are not talking about peanuts. We are talking about money in hundreds of thousands. And when these people come, they start to harass you. At a point, they will say you pay your current bill. But fine, Yoruba will say when the head is bad, the whole body is rotten. Because of what their guys are doing, their boys too, they are same. Because when they come, they are not even interested in what you have on your bill that you want to pay. They are interested in the 2,000 they want to, extra from you. So say good. And when they do that today, maybe they come on Monday, they do that. Another team will come on Wednesday. Another team will come on Friday for weekend.
They are always duplicating themselves.
You have to
extract money.
Definitely, because of course, if you pay someone today and it comes 2 days back, 2 days later, you not want to pay.
Even land at one market, and Mr. Tony will sit down in a beer parlor, and when his boys are breaking out the lights, he will be calling him. His number will not go. But the moment the boys have taken out the light and they've gone, his number will not go.
Well, there's nothing they cannot do. So people have different experiences with them. You understand me? And I'm sure, I can assure that there's no complaint anyone is saying today that is fabricated or is a lie. You understand me? Because people have had different, scenarios, definitely. Yeah, that's it. I think some 2 months back or thereabout, armed robbers took advantage of the darkness. In fact, we are not yet out of it. You understand me? We are not yet out of it. There was a time we could not sleep. We were doing vigilante. Even the elderly people amongst us. What for God's sake? Why should that be? So I think the suffering, the whatever is getting unbearable.
I'm Engineer Martins Ajani, former chairman of Bajomo community. Currently, as it is, I'm the joint CDA chairman for under the committee under 14 CDA under me. And they complain, every one of them, in fact, majority of them are here, including my own. The majority problem we are having has been, explained. And of course, what we need now is for this man, everybody is complaining, to be removed, just for peace to reign. You understand? And for the whole community to have a smooth running of the whole community, especially on this light issue. The so-called enclosure which they put here.
The inter switch, or what they call it?
The auto switch. Yeah. That one has divided my own community, which I belong, into two completely. Why? Because Bajomo community is where I belong to. And the new transformer which you were talking about, we were overloaded on one transformer before. When they could not respond in time, we have to stand on our own, purchase the transformer.
For you, it's your own money? That is not your obligation
at all. So we did that, costing us 5.8 million is what cost us. In fact, we went to Alausa, we told them that currently, we showed them all the evidence. So at the end of the day, we purchased this transformer. After which, under 3 months, the thing packed up. So when the thing packed up, we are expecting them now this time around to come and do something at the
pack up. How many years?
Just 3 months.
A new
transformer
packed up. Did you suspect anything?
We did suspect, and we told them what we suspected. At the initial stage, there was a backfeeding which we suspected and which we knew. We told them, and they said it's our duty to do it.
Afraid people.
Yes, they told us that it's our duty to find out why the backfeeding, is coming up. And everybody is sleeping in his house. How can you dictate such a thing? And how is backfeeding used to come up? Any house that is backing each other, where there's light and where there's no light, of course you expect each of them to help themselves. Yeah. You understand? That is where the backfeeding comes up. So and it can affect any of the transformer, which now affect our own. We told them. So eventually, for that reason, we now expect them to reimburse us, give us another transformer, which will help us. They now said, well, before they can do that to us, we have to pay 1 + 1.
What's the meaning of that?
That is your current bill and the same amount on your last debt bill you are having.
That is a very horrible, complex,
0.5
not fraudulent.
You can imagine. So that's exactly what you experienced, and we paid 1,500,000 and something, and we now went out again, borrow money again, and pay that money. Almost 2 months or 3 months now, after the payment of that money, we are yet to see the transformer. And we made to understand that even this Coro that is on ground now, they are still supplying transformer to, but they told us that the transformer is ready. Fine, that's what you told us. But for us, we believe what to say. But at the end of the day, we discovered some transformer have been given to other people. Why is our own not given to us?
After the payment.
After the payment. Why is our own still delaying?
What did Fred told you?
Even as at yesterday, we called. He said until probably next week. But majority of us are not believing him any longer. Nobody believes
next week has been so concurrently. Next week
been a truth statement any longer. Because by the time I called him one-to-one, as at yesterday, if he's looking at me, let him see. He now said till next week, maybe they are doing some fine-tuning to here and there. But when I told my people, it's like they try to mob me. It's like
their patients have been abused.
Abused completely. So I'm happy this kind of thing come up for me to let the whole world know that, you know, I've been under threat. Because people pay their money, they contribute the money here and there to buy these things, and I can't continue hearing this thing and be telling them this is the problem and nothing forthcoming. And the community are already in crisis because we're already divided into two. Some are under this other switch while we are on the other side. So meaning we want this thing to be removed, so that by the time they remove this backfeeding itself will stop. At least once this one is removed, everybody will be using the same light and we won't have any crisis again.
That's the auto switch.
Auto switch. Once the auto switch is removed, we are free from backfeeding. So why must we keep this one here? Are we the only one? Our neighbor they are holding almost the same thing as we are holding. So what is our problem? If you say, and you can imagine some companies that are here have been transferred to the main grid. So meaning they remove them from us. So are we people living around a slave? Must we continue that kind of a problem?
People are slave indeed.
And we don't understand. So why must our own be in that situation? And presently now, majority of us now are already on prepaid. So who is losing? We are not even looking at what you are going to gain now. Because by the time if you don't give us light, of course even the prepaid people will not buy the credit. So you should consider the problem on both sides. So we are appealing to the government to please assist us, let this man remove this one. If it is possible for him to remove it first before even take him away, because we want him who is the one that brought it, is the one to take it off.
And it should be removed. It should be removed. It should be moved
away completely. And then Fred should follow up, because the statics, the kind of system is applying to even the elders that goes to him with the complaint they used to bring to me from different community. It's embarrassing.
Total negligence today.
In fact, I'm an elderly person, and I don't expect my children to be abusing everybody. So you can't be abusing everybody, elder people. So the complaint they are giving to me is overloading on my head.
In terms of revenue target, in terms of outrageous billing, do you think Fred is under target? And what do you think government should do about this target thing that they put people under? We land up in the bank, they put them on target. Go and get this amount for this account. But why should it happen in the power sector, whereby the bone of contest has to do with humanity, with people?
Yes, that area needs to be fine-tuned, because I mean, if you have a prepaid man, or let me even use the analog, understand, because prepaid you can use, the one you use is what you pay. The analog, as if you be comparing the analog people, how much is that person spending per month? Consuming per month. You should use it to compare those who doesn't have meter at all, rather than you just giving them. Somebody that's having analog, you are giving him 5,000 based on what you read there. Then somebody doesn't have, you give him 80,000. What? How do you? You can't imagine that. So how do you ration such a thing? So meaning the target has to be met with those that doesn't have meter. It's uncalled for. You understand what I mean? It doesn't want it. So we need government to intervene into this thing and control him, or whoever they want to bring there.
And you think
situations will be controlled?
What message do you have for the Nigerian Electric Regulation Commission too? Because they are the regulatory body and they have several acts, several laws that guide and bind them. Even most of the laws provided to protect customers, but it's unfortunate that customers don't even know. So what advice do you have for them and the federal government?
Thank you. Now let me take it from NEC first. NEC need a job to do. Though with our pressure, they are responding to our calls, but that is not enough. They need to call them to order and let some of the customers that are complaining to them to come down to Alausa for one-to-one discussion. You understand? Not because they also are expecting target from their hand. So not discussing at the back and then leaving us behind, forgetting what we complain about. We should be facing ourselves to discuss on our problems. You getting what I'm saying? That is for that area. Then for the government themselves, who is overall head on everybody, that area needs to be fine-tuned too, because the police prepaid we are talking about, well, the money seems to be small, but it's not small as expected.
In the long run.
No, in the long run. If the price of that prepaid,
They say it should be free. That's what the law says.
you can
The
imagine.
meter should be free. That's what the law says.
You can imagine.
So why are they asking for 100,000, 50,000?
That is where the government has to come in. So once they said it's free, of course, if this thing is already free and given to everybody, we won't have all this problem. Everybody will be interested to take the prepaid. So the government will come into that area and see what they can do on this issue of prepaid, so that everybody will be, at peace. Once they have it in the house, there's no problem. In fact, they themselves will not bring this in, because they know definitely if everybody has prepaid, it's of no use to them, because they are not getting any money. So please, I'm appealing to the government to do such put that effort, so that the reform will come in a better way.
I'm a representative of Unity Street. What happened is that initially, like 2 years back, our transformer had an issue. It took this so-called man a year to bring another transformer.
You mean Fred?
Yeah, it took him a whole year before he can bring another.
For a whole year you are in darkness?
Yeah.
The mosquito?
Yeah. And after that, after they've done the transformer, 2 months later, there was a hiccups at the community again. And they called him that, come, we are having an issue again. He said until they have to go and pay their outstanding bill before he can. I don't know, why would they appoint a tyrant? He's a tyrant.
Tyrant?
He's a tyrant. If not, he's not a tyrant. If you have human feeling, you know what people are going through in this Koro area, in this Koro era. You know what people are facing. Apart from that, I don't know, Nigeria doesn't have control unit for everything. If there is a control unit, at least for a whole house, there should be a price tag. Even if it is 5,000, you know, for the whole month you are spending 5,000.
What are we fighting for?
You know, for the whole month, you know, you are spending 5,000. Not that they will just be an outrageous amount, 50,000, 45,000. For what? The basic salary people are earning in Nigeria is 30,000 naira. So when you bring 50,000, what do you expect? They will be dead. And what I see is that this is obtaining by trick. They are obtaining people by trick. It's uncalled for. Government should just interfere. Try and bring in somebody who is reasonable, who knows what is going on.
You can manage customers.
You can manage customers. I don't know. That's all I have to say.
Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for right.
We know your pain, sir. We can see that there's pain, there's anger. We've spoken to the elders of the community. We've spoken to the women. We want you to say your own mind, how you have faced this tyrannical situation from Ikeja Electric, and how you've been managing, especially the robbery and the darkness. Sir, what is your pain like, sir?
Yeah,
Your name, sir?
my name is Lucky K, aka Don Lucky. Okay. I represent the youth in my community. We are actually charting a course, which is what? To bring our lights back. In the past, we have been living in peace, we have been living in harmony, and we have been living together. But of recent, a man was actually sent by Ikeja Electric to our community, and he actually came to bastardize our lights. We have met him, we discussed with him individually, collectively, and as a group. Yet all proved to no avail. We are using this medium and this opportunity to tell the whole world, to tell Ikeja Electricity Company to actually bring back our steady lights. I am representing my fellow youth here. We are in pain. We are not happy with what we are actually experiencing in
just billing too.
What we are actually experiencing in our community. Each time he brings the light is actually placed on breakers. The breakers come, breaks the light at any time. Even when you actually need it the most, you don't get the light to use. At night, the terrorist guys, the 1 million boys, and the criminals, they actually use that opportunity to what? To actually perpetrate their evil. Of recent, some youths in our community and some elders were also attacked by the evildoers. Why? Because there was no light in our
darkness.
There was darkness in the community, and they came in as soon as the light went off by 1 o'clock. He actually
place the circuit there, and the rotation is the light comes in by 10, 11, 12. We don't really have a particular time we get the light, so it comes in at any time he likes to put it on, and the light goes off by 4 o'clock, by 5, sometimes even 3 o'clock. In the afternoon when you need it the most to rest, you talk to him. Fred is so arrogant, he's so rude, he's so proud, he respects nobody. Fred respect no youths, Fred respect no elder. The escorts he never respects them. Even when you go to meet him one-on-one, he push you aside. So what we are clamoring for to Ikeja Electric Company is that we need our light back. Youth, am I speaking your mind?
Yeah!
Youth, am I speaking your mind?
Yeah!
Soli.
Orúkọ mi ni Ọládẹ̀jọ Wàsíù, mo represent Ọmọkáyé pẹ̀lú Ọpẹ́yẹmí. Yes, nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ nípa Fred, in fact kò sí irọ́ kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mo gbàgbọ́ pé bí COVID-19 bó ṣe wà tó ṣe real, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìwà Fred náà ṣe real. Yes, mo fi wé COVID-19 bó ṣe real, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìwà ẹ̀ ṣe rí. Ní Ọmọkáyé ní àdúgbò wa ń bẹ̀ yẹn, ó ti lé ní ọdún kan tó ti gbé transformer wa lọ. Yes, nígbà tí a sọ́ba iná yẹn fún odidi ọdún kan, a ṣe gbogbo apá gbogbo nǹkan tá a lè ṣe, wọ́n gbé transformer wa padà. Kò tí ì ju 1 month plus náà dá transformer yẹn padà. Ó incident tó ṣẹlẹ̀ recently 2 weeks ago, ó ṣẹlẹ̀ pé wáyà bridge pọ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń pè wọ́n pé kí wọ́n wá ṣe wáyà yẹn, wọn ò rí nǹkan kan ṣe sí. Tí chairman àbí àwọn aládùúgbò bá gbé ọwọ́ àbí ipasẹ̀ kan láti ṣe iná yẹn, wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń bínú, wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń jà. Tí Fred bá dé, ó máa ní kán yọ gbogbo náà yẹn sílẹ̀, kán lọ san 3 month bill back, pé kán gbọ́dọ̀ sanwó oṣù mẹ́ta. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, kò sí sẹ́msìn, kò sí nǹkan kan táwọn èèyàn manage, gbogbo wa la rí bí ìlú ṣe rí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ṣé ẹ̀tọ́ ni ká máa wá owó oṣù mẹ́ta sẹ́yìn yẹn tí ò lónú ọdún kan? A bẹ̀ títí, kò sí ọmọdé kò sí àgbà tó lè bẹ Fred tí Fred lè gbọ́. Kò sí ẹni tó lè bá sọ̀rọ̀, tó bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí nǹkan tó bá sọ ni last decision, kò sí.
àbò ní Baṣọ̀run Gáà ni.
Mi ò tiẹ̀ mọ orí ẹ̀dá tó jẹ́, kódà Lion mo believe pé ó burú jù, Fred burú jù Lion lọ. Kò sí ẹ̀dá àlàyé tó lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó gbọ́. Àwọn bàbá wa ládùúgbò, àwọn tá a dé bá ládùúgbò tó yẹ pé ọmọ làwa jẹ́ níwájú wọn, tí Fred rẹ̀ jẹ́ ọmọ níwájú àwọn, Fred máa ń rí àwọn bàbá wa fín. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá bẹ Fred kó rí ọwọ́ ọmọ ẹ lẹ̀, kó wá gbé kinní tó gbé sí ìbàyí tó ń paná, tó fi ń paná, tó ń fa àwọn kan níná.
Panápaná.
Yes, àwọn kan a ti ń jọ lo náà ìpapọ̀ ti pẹ́, gbogbo wa ti ń lò, àjọ enjoy yẹn ni. So àwọn kan ló wá mi mọ́gbọ́n tó lọ dá tó ṣe papọ̀ pẹ̀lú wọn débi pé wọ́n ń lo náà yẹn, àwa tó kù wá paná yẹn láago 4, ó tún di aago 1 òru. Àwọn olè ń wọlé, wọ́n ń jà, ẹ̀rù ń ba aráàlú àlè sùn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, abẹ ìjọba, abẹ Ìkẹjà Electricity kọ́ ẹ̀pù wa, kọ́ jọ ìrànwọ́ gidi kan ṣe fún wa lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Fred. Gbogbo iná wa kó dá padà, gbogbo transformer wa tó yọ kúrò ní Unity, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kó bá dá padà o, abẹ ni o. Fred must go. We don't want Fred anymore. Yeah.
Fred must go.
Yeah.
Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Well, you can see the anger. You can see the vituperation from people. These are durable customers, Nigerians, senior citizens, elder statesmen, young people of this country, women. They have expressed their anger, their frustration at the Ikeja Electric Company, Abule Taylor, undertaking office under Fred Ogbodo. We have been investigating that undertaking office, and from these submissions, you can see that our investigation is genuine, our application is genuine, our proposal is genuine, that government should look critically into it, that the Nigerian Electric Regulation Commission should look critically into this issue, and consensus people around the world, National Assembly, the presidency, and everybody should sit down and ask the genuine question: do we want to live happily as a citizen, or do we want to start or continue to create problems for ourselves? Well, the taste in in the pudding, and I think with this you will enjoy it, and the discussion continues at the other end. Fred must go. 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 Fred must go.
Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go. Fred must go.
Very, very sad. Very, very bad. If a manager of a company can be able to acquire this kind of infamous reputation, then you know that Nigeria, we have a lot to do. We have a long way to go, and this must stop. We must find a lasting solution to the problem of arbitrary charge, fraudulent billing, fraudulent estimated billing. We must find a solution. We must find a lasting solution. Every house must be prepared. Ikeja Electric must work up to his dealing, to his policy of this company. It must rechange his company. It must look at the policies. If this is how your customers are going to be saying it, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and we know that the discourse will ever continue.